Just a racer's brain, a racer's mentality. Not over yet.
Just very nervous today. Just coming into the finish. I just made a total balls of it. I was kind of just all over the place really, with about 4 or 5 k's to go. Went across with rider's wheel, just came down and that was it. Probably puts me a good bit out of contention now for the race overall, but we'll just go for stages or whatever like that. But shit happens, as I say. That's the way it goes, you know. It's like this guy came down with me out in Elephant. He's a suspected broken collarbone. So I can be thankful that nothing like that happened. So I can still keep racing or whatever like that. But yeah, just cut my backside a good bit and just grazes everywhere all over that. But cut my hand down as well. Just my ankle and stuff like that. But it's just the usual really when you crash like that, you know. But just I was lucky I didn't break something or something like that. But that's the way it goes, you know.
After the stage finished, we collect up all the riders' bottles, all the bottles that have been used throughout the stage and on the bikes and in the cars. All the bottles are washed every night, and to stop cross-infection within the riders, we use Milton on the bottles, and we leave the bottles steep here. We're in a situation here that we can leave the steep overnight, which is good. So in the morning then, I'll take all the bottles out, rinse all the bottles with cold water, and then I'll make up all the bottles for the riders. Tomorrow we're going to have a total of 25 bottles made up. Bottles for the bikes, we'll have bottles for the feed, and then the bottles in the car as well for the riders. Here we're going to make up the musettes for tomorrow, the riders' food for their pockets. We'll give them some for their food, and we're also going to make up musettes as well tomorrow because it's a feeding station, it's a long day. And each rider will get 2 bars within his pack, 2 energy bars. 2 energy bars of 3, and he's going to get 2 gels as well, to the sport gel, and that's all they need. And then if they do lose any of their food, or anything will happen, they'll go back to the car, which the car will have food as well, and then we'll be at the feed, where they know where the feed is, and they get the musettes from us, which will contain a bottle, a gel and a bar. That'll see the riders back to the finish then. After the stage, they get washed down and they have their drinks, and they have the food we packed in there will be given to them, a little snack after the race, right back to the hotel at night. Then if they come back, they get in, unload, take themselves up, bring their race bag up, and they have a shower. Then we're up in our room, and we set the planes up. And then the riders will come in at intervals. Whenever they're ready, we get all the ropes done. Within 2 hours, we have all the ropes done. And if any rider crashes or whatever, have a special problem, we see to them, you know, we give them extra time and see to them. And we've all the equipment here with us, first aid kits and everything, if any of our riders did have a crash. That's what we do.
When the riders crash like that, you stay away from them for the first 10 or 15 minutes and let them cool down. And once everyone had a talk to him and everyone told him that, you know, it's just racing and tomorrow's another day, he's fine now.
Yeah, the morale in the team is good, so that makes it, and they all gel well together makes it good, because like an hour after, it was all forgotten what happened on that day. Everything was all forgotten, and it was all just look forward to tomorrow.
And they all support each other.
Yeah, and that's the support too.
Yeah.
The Declan gives the support as the manager of the team that anything can happen, everything's acceptable whatever happens, and then we can find solutions at the end of it. Yeah, they tell us all about their day and what happened, and each one of them have ridden a totally different race.
But they've been in the same race.
Yeah, but each one have their own story to tell, and 5 different races we hear that.
When we go to the supermarket, they'll request if we can pick up things for them.
Yeah.
Basically just somewhere there to talk.
Yeah, if they have any problem or they have a problem and they didn't want to
Tell someone else.
Yeah, if they had a problem within the team, or if they had a problem, they would most certainly tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'd see what road we take it down there. We'd take it to Declan or whatever if they felt a bit, you know, if it wasn't a big problem, it was a niggly thing, they'd tell us and we'd take it to, yeah, always something positive will come out of everything. And there we are, so everyone's all happy now, this evening. So to look forward to tomorrow. And by Thursday we'll be flying. We will. Alright, Simon.
Good now, just any more fruit?
Yeah?
Whole bag of
Some stuff, Simon, over here as well. There's some cakes here as well if you want for a cup of tea.
Oh, it's not.
There's some in there and there's some chocolate muffins.
Yeah, we'll have to pick now one or two. I can't give you the bag because we'll be rifled when you go in. Have a look through the box and see what there is. There's two nice bits in there. Have a cup of tea. Are you alright?
Yeah.
In the morning they just get up, have breakfast, pack their bag and get in the car. And that's it. All they do is ride their bike.
Next morning, team mechanic Shamey checks out the new bike he has spent most of the night building for Paul after his crash. Paul himself seems unfazed.
A bit stiff, but yeah, it would be grand. No bother.
While the rain stays away at least for the start of stage 2, the 180km trip to Cove brings gale force crosswinds, and some unsheltered roads soon see the peloton split into no less than 7 groups. In an echelon, each group rides in a diagonal line across the road. The rider in front bears the brunt of the wind before drifting to the back of the snaking line for shelter. An experienced cyclist can tell which way the wind is blowing just by looking at a photo. Here, the wind is coming from the right, and any sudden movement by the rider in front has a whiplash effect on the riders at the back. This group is the second group on the road. It contains Paul Helian. They are about to make contact with the front group, which also contains Simon Kelly. This means there will be 2 Murphy Gunn Newlyn group riders in the lead group of 30.
Some lap. Straight
Maybe that.
Huh?
Maybe that.
Lads, what buttons, no? Radio the lads.
With groups all over the road, Morgan, who is in the main bunch, comes back to the car for info.
What's the story with the groups in the road? They're all over the place. How many groups is there in front of us? There are 1 or 2. It's 225 to you, to the very front, yeah?
Yeah, very front, yeah.
Is there 2 groups or one?
It's only 5 riders gone ahead of the big parade. 5 riders gone ahead of the big parade.
Right.
5.
Paul and Simon are in that.
No, they're in the big move, yeah.
Right. I don't know the fuck. Every group I get into today doesn't go anywhere.
I know.
Both Simon Kelly and Paul Helian, though, have made the selection.
Hey, Paul, listen. What? Sorry, sir. Let's say, come here. Recycling are going to go out of this in the last 20 or 30 Ks. Because they're throwing the race away now. I know, yeah. So they have to... Listen, come here. Thank you. I don't have a leg. Yeah, I'm fucked. Alright. Just I mean, hang on.
Soon after, with around 15 miles to go, the effects of Paul's crash the day before are beginning to tell, and he gets dropped from the brake. Despite fighting his way back up, Paul hasn't eaten enough during the stage and is suffering what cyclists call the hunger knock. It is the equivalent of hitting the wall in a marathon.
Any food around? You have a screen around like that, do you? Yeah, I do, yeah. Huh? You want that? Now 20 Ks, 12 miles.
He soon drops back again and loses contact for the day.
There are some continental teams here with 2 and 3 riders, like some recycling, the Norwegians, the Polish. So Simon has nothing to gain by contributing to this move. He's not an overall GC rider, so his strategy is to go for a stage. Shamey, tell him that he is not to fucking work.
Tell him that he is not to work. Stay down here. Simon! Don't work!
Simon, if Simon finishes in the top half of this group here, he'll be in the top 10 in general classification altogether, which is a great achievement for Simon.
Up front, American Danny Pate has gone clear. The former World Under-23 time trial champion wins the stage and tomorrow will wear the yellow jersey as new leader of the RAS. Paul finishes almost 7 minutes behind the leaders, and tonight he decides to see the race doctor.
What I'm going to do is go and get an imaging dressing for that. It's an iodine, basically. The only problem is it will slip around a little bit during the stage tomorrow. Yeah. I'd be very reluctant to use anything too sticky over, because you can see actually what you're wearing is actually stuck to parts of it there. Okay. So, just use the dressing and that's it? Or? Just such a wide area, to be honest. It's just such a wide area. Yeah. Experiment maybe just to cover out the loads of cream before I go tomorrow. Right. I think if you put dressings on, they're only going to stick to it properly. Yeah.
John Dempsey also gets checked out. A cut inside his mouth is preventing him from eating properly and is causing discomfort.
You didn't touch that off was there, so.
No, that's it.
Oh.
Sorry. Touch your hand back.
Sorry.
Jesus.
You
are such a wuss. Actually, you've got a laceration inside there.
Yeah.
Almost good to have been stitched.
Yeah?
Oh, it's too late, like, 6 hours after you stitch it. It won't do any harm, not to just it'll take long to get healed.
Yeah.
Okay, about today's stage. Simon, well done, that was a great ride. Fair play to you. 14th on the stage and 14th I think overall now as well. So I don't want to get on to anybody, but I was a small bit disappointed today that it looked an awful lot different when we went to pass you out, and I did see a lot of you active up at the front, but there was an awful lot of moves that went away earlier on that I felt that you should have been in. So that's I was really annoyed at the time that move that was up the road by 2 minutes. We had nobody in that, and we had nobody in the move after that that went away to going through Waterford. And it's an awful lot easier to be in the fucking move than trying to get across to it. So tomorrow, I mean, we are a continental team. Nearly every other team was represented up there. I do not want to be seeing this tomorrow night. Is that clear? In a little bit of an air of depression for the last 2 days with what happened to Paul on the first day, you know, so get that out of our system now today would be great.
Okay, right? Yeah, okay. Another one there, Jack. Yeah, I guess another one there, Shane.